Inspector Haruki. Have you heard anything about my sister and her friend?
Ah, you must be that Kenta kid. Your sister's that Sarah girl, right? And her friend, Star, I think her name was? We've investigated the crime scene, but unfortunately we weren't able to find much. It seems like they've just up and disappeared without a trace.
Disappeared. I knew it. They became Center Nova, didn't they?
Wrong franchise, kid. This is a Love Live episode, but hey, whatever helps you sleep at night. Hey, we did find this in there, though.
Is this a tape? Hey Star, are you ready?
I'm a lady.
And welcome to iDOL Days, the show about idol anime. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Star.
And today we're going back to school, back to the summer of Love and Live, Live, Laugh, Love Live, School Idol Festival, the movie.
Pew, 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 pew.
So
We're back.
We're back. We're back in Love Live.
Welcome back, everybody, to Summer of Love Live 2!
Woohoo! Summer of Love
Electric
Live 2!
Boogaloo.
So, before we've only covered Love Live School Idol Festival and Love Live Sunshine.
School Idol Project,
Sarah.
School Idol Festival
Project.
is the video game.
Wham.
Gosh.
But they also made a movie out of both seasons. But today we're going to be doing the movie for original Love Live.
The Muse movie. The Musey, if you will.
The Musey.
I found it very amusing. Okay. That's jokes.
So if you haven't listened to our previous Love Live episodes or you have not watched Love Live, I would suggest you do one or the other before you listen to this because the movie picks up directly after the season 2 ends.
Like, literally. Like, immediately.
I figure, as a refresher, just in case you don't know, let's really quick go through the girls. Main girl is Honoka. She has orangish hair. She is big main character energy. Very happy. Loves idols. Wants to shine.
Side ponytail.
High side ponytail.
Orange.
Go orange. He has a shirt that says ho.
Ho! What's up, ho?
What's up, ho?
So I guess we can just start with the second years who are kind of the quote-unquote main characters. The next one is Umi. She is kind of the more, like, serious, down-to-earth friend. She's the blue one. She's got blue hair.
Blue personality.
Blue personality. She's the blue one.
She's the blue one.
Blue.
And the other one from the year is Kotori. She is a childhood friend to both of them. Her personality is that she just does whatever Honoka says. And she has ashy blonde hair. And her mom's the principal of the school. Yeah. Yep.
You can tell because they have the same haircut and color.
Yes. And she has like a weird like bang over bang situation.
Sarah, call it what it is. It's a comb over.
She's covering up her little Kotori bald spot. It's okay.
Oh no. Okay, and then I guess we can do the first years next. So there is Hanayo, who is, her personality is rice. In this movie, at least.
She likes rice. And then there is Rin. She is Nia. She has orange hair. Her head looks like a basketball.
Yep. And then there's Maki. She is rich, has red hair, plays piano.
Yes. And then last set of three, third years, though technically at this point they have recently graduated or about to graduate.
Da, 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 da. Why are you still here?
Why are you still here?
I thought we were done. What's still happening? Which is kind of the vibe of like the entire movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So out of the third years, I guess the first one I'll say is the first one we meet in Original Love Live, which is Nico. Her personality is that she is part of the Shiho text chain.
Shiho text chain. Honestly, I mean, just based on the order of events, I feel like she started the Shiho text line.
I think so. Probably.
Wait, Sarah.
Uh-huh.
I feel like Honoka should also be in the Shiho text line just because, like, they put her in there on accident because her name has a ho in it.
Oh no!
Like, she just never talks in it, and so no one realizes that she's there.
Oh no!
It's like, you're not Shiho. No, I'm Honoka. Why am I in this text chat?
I mean, Nico's there too.
Yeah.
Nico has 2 black ponytails. She Nico knees.
That's it.
That's it.
I don't like her. We've established this. I'm sorry to all the Nico fans. I do not care much for this Ni child.
I understand. That's how I feel about Shiho Idolmaster.
Hey. And then there is also Ellie, who like does nothing in the movie basically. No. She's blonde, ponytail, Russian.
Has a sister.
She has a sister. The sister is more important to this movie than Ellie is.
Yep.
That could be said about half of the cast of this movie. Like, they already had their anime. We're done with them. We're focusing on the sisters, apparently. But not even on the... Oh, I have thoughts about this movie, Sarah. We're gonna get into it.
And then the last of the third girls I mentioned is Nozomi. She also doesn't do anything. Kind of problematic in the anime, but at least she doesn't do the gross thing in the movie.
Yeah, chronic boob toucher.
Yeah. So...
Anyway.
Those are the girls. We also briefly mentioned there are 2 characters who show up a few times. Honoka's sister and Ellie's sister. They both show up. Mm-hmm. So the sisters. They show up together, so I'll just say the sisters.
The sister. Sister. There they are. Hit Disney Channel series anime. Yes. Sister.
Sister. So, Love Live movie. It begins with a flashback.
Da-da-dum!
And you see baby Honoka, baby Umi, and baby Kotori. And they're all just playing in a schoolyard. And Honoka is trying really hard to jump over a puddle with her forbidden technique. Forbidden technique! All the others are like, maybe we should just go home. And then Honoka's like, no, I know I can do it. I can fly in the air, just like a forbidden technique. And then eventually she does it. Yay!
Yay! Hey Sarah, I just had a war flashback to that one time at SCAD when it rained really, really, really hard, and then you and I did this.
Oh, probably. I feel like I've done this
Sarah,
a lot.
I have footage.
Oh.
Sarah, it's still on my phone. I have footage of you just jumping into fucking puddles the size of a lake. And
the forbidden technique.
The forbidden technique. We pioneered the forbidden technique because this was like a few years before Love Live would have come out.
Forbidden technique.
It was a very messy day. There was a lot of mud involved. Anyway,
I'm always
Love Live.
Messy. Yes.
So
that was a little flashback at the beginning. And then
symbolism.
For symbolism. And then we're back where we left off with the original anime, which was Hanayo looking at the computer going, Dome!
And everybody else is like, hey Hanayo, what the fuck?
What are you talking about? What is this dome?
So it turns out they got an email, or like she just saw on Twitter or something, that they've announced the 3rd Love Live.
Third this year.
Head, and I'm going like, oh shit, here. Well, I guess technically they're doing it like every 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're...
No, because the last one was like really soon after. It's probably every 4 months.
I'm trying to remember the timeline, because like, okay, the original Love Live took place over this course of like one single school year. And then it's now like graduation day, so assuming we would be starting the next school year at the beginning of the movie, that could be talking about the one that will be happening in a few months. So, like, if they do a summer and a winter
That's
Love
true.
Live, that could be the announcement of the summer one.
That's true. They are very ambiguous as to when this dome thing will happen. Just that
they really
happen.
never say. Just it's like it's coming up.
There'll be a dome.
And so I don't get why Hanayo freaks out about this, because like they've already decided. Okay, so at the end of the Love Live anime, they decide that like their idol group is no longer going to be a thing after the seniors graduate. The third years have graduated.
Yep.
It's not like you get to participate.
Yep.
You're done.
Yep.
You decided this already. Like, the movie didn't need to happen.
Yep. In fact, just preemptively, like, I feel like the main gist of the movie is just the last few episodes of the anime, but rehashed.
Kinda. And okay, like, I was gonna put this at my closing arguments.
Uh-huh.
Kaon did it better.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, just K-On! In general, though.
Because, like, if you're just gonna rehash, like, kind of the same emotional beats as the end of the anime, Kaon did it much better, and I still cried both times.
I'm like, wait a second. They traveled another... Are they just trying to be the K-On! Movie?
It feels like they're trying to do the Kaon movie.
But for Love Live?
Sarah, that's what I was thinking the whole time.
You're right.
The whole time I watched this movie, I'm like, they're just doing the Kaon movie with more characters.
Oh, no, you're right.
And with somehow less of a coherent narrative.
Yes.
More characters, less coherent plot. And, like, listen, you guys, I know our Love Live episodes, specifically me and our Love Live episodes, have caused some contention because I can be harsh. I'm sorry. I am genuinely sorry.
Nico, need to calm down, Star.
I do. I fucking Nico need an aspirin. But I watched the movie this morning, and I'm like, I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this.
No. So
it's just a weird setup. But anyway, we should get back into it.
Back to the plot. So there's going to be another Love Live at some point. And
at some point.
Because the girls won the last Love Live, they're like, apparently the Love Live organizers are like, hey, can you do some promo for us?
Yeah. Well, it's that... it's so weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
The sequencing is so weird. So the principal, like, Kotori's mom, the principal, like, walks into their club room as they're discussing Love Live, and she's like, oh, hey, fellow kids, are you discussing Love Live? Yeah, they sent me a mail. Like a letter.
A letter.
And it cuts directly from the letter to them getting on a plane.
Yes.
And where they don't say...
Nope.
Sarah, they never say where they're going. I thought this movie was in Europe for the first 45 minutes.
Oh, well, I mean, there were city shots.
City shots, yeah, but if you're not familiar with what New York City looks like...
I was going to say, it's a very recognizable skyline.
I thought they were in Europe until they showed the Statue of Liberty, and I'm like, that's not Europe.
They were definitely in New York.
Yeah, well, I'm a scrub. I went to New York exactly once for like 3 days on a band trip in high school. I just thought, I'm like, well, those are some buildings. Where are we?
But yes, the girls fly to New York.
And don't tell you why until afterwards.
Yes, it's explained at some point it was for some sort of promotion, So
this exposition is given by the girls having a conversation in the taxi on the way to a hotel when they're already in America. I feel like you guys should know this already, so that was a weird place to put that exposition. But anyway, it was like some news crew in America wanted to do a story on Love Live. And that's why they got invited out there for a few days to, like, do a concert so they could record for this story.
So they're in New York to film for this news article thing. First of all, they don't have a chaperone.
They don't! And apparently, like, they didn't get, like, cell phones.
No.
So, like, later on, Honoka gets lost and they just have no way to contact each other. And I'm like, what the fuck are you girls doing? Like, they don't have any kind of chaperone. They're just in a foreign country where only like one or two of them can actually speak English proficiently at all. Nozomi and like maybe one of the others can speak a little English.
No, and there's no like agent. There's nobody working on this newspaper. It's just
we
these 9
never
girls
see
in the big
anybody
city.
from the newspaper. Like
Chaos.
and it's so chaotic because 3 of the okay. Star beef number 1. So the girls have to split into 3 separate taxis to get to their hotel. And so the taxi that has Umi, Kotori, and Rin in it ends up at the wrong place.
Yep.
And you think, oh, this will cause some tension. We immediately cut to them back at the hotel. There was no... It's done. We don't care. It's like, what was even the point of that happening? And so I was willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. I was willing to say, okay, well maybe, because like Umi got very upset over this.
I think it was just meant to be a gag.
I know, but I thought they were setting something up.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were setting something up. I was willing to give them the benefit of the doubt there because, like, I was thinking, like, okay, what is the point? This is just, like, why are we doing this? Is this just, okay. But then we see Umi, like, just actually really yelling at Honoka and just being like, your frivolous personality just keeps causing problems. And there's a scene later where, like, spoilers, Honoka gets lost. Honoka gets lost, and later, after they come back together, Umi once again just, like, fucking screams at Honoka. It's like, what the fuck is your problem? I thought you're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to be responsible. And it never comes up again.
Yeah.
It never comes up again. And I'm like, it really felt like they were, like, setting something up with this, that there was gonna be, like, a thing in the movie. It's like, let's talk about these characters and maybe, like, give them some character development. And I know it's a little late because the anime's over.
Yeah,
and
it's just a
kind
movie.
of be the finale. But, like, it was setting up like they were gonna do something cool with these characters. And then, nope.
Nah, no character development for here.
Bye, plot
No,
point. Bye. And I'm just like, the gun's on the wall and it's gathering dust. Do something.
I did take this whole thing as a gag, though, just especially from the perspective of having family members come from Japan, that's like a common thing where you just get lost and you go to the wrong hotel. So I think it's a joke.
If it like, I would have seen it as a gag if she wasn't so harsh.
That's fair, but I think that's also supposed to be Umi.
Yeah, I mean, that may be so. Like I said, it's been a while since I watched OG Love Live, and, like, maybe she was just kind of always like this, and I just didn't remember.
The other thing that's kind of wild about this trip, where they are in New York City to perform, is that they don't have a venue.
Yeah, no! That also drove me crazy! I am so sorry about how much just... I'm gonna be for, like, this whole episode. And I was just like... you spent arguably thousands of dollars bringing these girls to New York for, like, let's say maybe they were there for a week.
If even.
And you don't even have a venue?
Yes, and they have to find a venue in Manhattan last minute.
Find a venue on, like, let's say, benefit of the doubt, a week's notice. They don't have a venue!
Yeah, in New York City. So the girls are like, okay, while we're here, we have the day tomorrow, so let's go look around for places that we can perform while we practice. Which is wild.
If you wanted to explore the city, you didn't need this as an excuse.
Hey, the animators wanted to go on a research trip to New York City, and they had to put it in somewhere.
That's valid, okay? That's valid. Listen, I get it. Put that as a work expense. I get it.
They're like, we need to find a way to budget in a trip. Send the girls to New York. Okay.
Okay, cool. Now we can write that in.
Hey, how about this? They don't have a venue, so we can budget all of the tickets we go to have fun while we're on our work trip.
Yes.
Genius.
It's business expense. Boom.
Business expense. So
see, that's valid.
That's probably what happened, to be honest. So they go around. There's some just slice of life, them looking around New York City.
Yep.
Presumably for a venue.
Oh, so I have one more thing that just kind of, like, took me by surprise. So I took the time to, like, actually go back and write down exactly what was said, because it it just kind of made me like a little bit bewildered. So while they're walking around and like doing this sightseeing, they end up on like this stage in a park. They're just like, hey, there's a stage. You guys want to go stand on it? And they're like, yeah. So while they're standing on it, this group of 3 girls come up and start speaking English at them. And so I wrote down almost verbatim. I abbreviated it in some points because I didn't want to type that much. But they were like, "Are you girls Japanese? You're here for some performance?" And Nozomi in English is like, "Yes, we're school idols." And the girls are like, "School idols? Well, Japan seems cool. We'd want to go there too." And I'm like, "What does that? Is this a human this sounds like it was written by an AI."
Yep.
And then they said, "I hope you have a fun time around here. Enjoy your stay." And they walk away. But then Nozomi translates for the rest of the girls, and they're like, "They said we should have fun. They said that since we came all the way here, we should explore as much as we can." And I'm like, "Nozomi, that's not even a little bit what they said. Are you sure you speak English?"
Well, maybe not.
Nozomi just like rolls really high at those deception checks the entire time.
At some point they're like on the top of the Empire State Building, and Rin's like, "I know why I like New York so much. It's cause like it's like Akiba."
And I'm like, I guess.
And then
I mean it's a big city, and New York is also a big city.
And then they step out of the elevator downstairs and it's raining, and then Rin's like, "Let me sing a song."
I'm gonna bust into song immediately. Okay, we're 20 minutes into this movie, and they suddenly introduce like insert songs.
Oh yeah.
Like, is it a musical or isn't it? But like, I didn't mind the songs. I thought they were cute. It was just my one complaint with the 3 insert songs, because they do one for like each trio of girls. So, like, the first years get theirs, then the third years get theirs later, and the second years get theirs later. My one complaint with this, like, if they just want to bust into song, I'm totally cool with that. I wish the transitions had been better.
Yeah, I agree. It was
because
very
it's
much like
very abrupt.
all of a sudden we're in it.
Like, all 3 of them, it's just extremely abrupt. Like the scene with the first one was the most jarring, because they're literally, like, they're standing underneath, like, a building entryway looking at this like sky because it started raining, and there's like, "Oh no, that's so sad. I can't believe it's raining. There's still some stuff I wanted to do." And it's just like silent with just like rain noises, and then Rin just goes, "Hey, I'm singing now." And I'm like, where did this come from? Like, you couldn't have even like had the music do a slow build into this. It was just like, boom, hard cut to a musical insert song. And I'm like, okay.
It's like, I wonder how much of the show also was just like, we have to find a loose plot so we can combine these songs together.
It was just like, I'd seen the insert songs just like from watching them on YouTube well before I ever saw the movie. I thought they would have been like integrated better, but it was just so sudden and abrupt.
We just get insert songs. So after the insert song, they go and eat dinner, and then on the way back, they take the New York Metro to get back to their hotel. And then
Ye old subway.
And then Honoka gets confused because she has a swipe card, not a tap IC card. Gets lost, ends up on a train going the opposite direction than her friends. Just randomly.
And goes on a little solo girl adventure.
Yes. And so she gets off at a stop. I don't know what her idea was there. And just starts wandering around.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you know, that just occurred to me. This girl is from Tokyo. She should know better than to just
randomly
get off a stop and just randomly just walk around. Girl, what were you expecting? Why did none of these girls have like smartphones existed by this point, and you should have one. At least have like a phone. Oh my god, I know this movie came out in like 2014 or 15, but like goddamn.
So she's just wandering around, and she's completely lost, but she's like, I'm Honoka, so whatever, I'll figure it out.
Oh, if I wander for long enough, I'll eventually make it back to my hotel.
Probably not.
She will die in New York City. The city will literally eat her and they will never see her again.
Yes. Yes, it will. But thankfully, while she's wandering around, she starts hearing someone singing.
A kiss is just a kiss, a sigh is still a sigh. The fundamental things are bright as time goes by.
And it's a cover of the song As Time Goes By, which I think is in Casablanca even, so it's like a very well-known song, but it's
IDK.
It's a lady, and she's singing on the street, and she's covering it.
Just busking, yes. Kind of, like with like a nice mic.
And her voice is really great. It's like deep and kind of scratchy sounding. Yes. It actually it's funny because I have a family friend who is from Tokyo, and she has a voice that sounds a lot like that, and she's a singer, and I'm like, oh, it's my friend.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, family friend.
Nice. Well, yeah, so conveniently, this random singer on the street is actually Japanese. She's from Japan, speaks Japanese, and talks to Honoka and is able to get her back to her hotel.
And I guess just to put it out there, because later it'll come up again, this lady, she has long orange hair and blue eyes. That's all I got.
And like a certain other character, Cough, Honoka, Cough, also has orange hair and blue eyes. Like, is she supposed to be Honoka from the future?
Oh yeah, she's definitely Honoka from the future. That's the whole idea.
It's like their hair colors are like just different enough.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, I just thought she was like a weird hallucination.
No, I think in the second appearance of her, spoiler, she comes up again. It's a little more clear that she's future Honoka. So the lady talks to Honoka. She's like, oh, I know what hotel you're talking about. Exactly. I've been there once. And so she brings Honoka back. At some point, lady's talking about how she used to sing in a group, but then the group had to split up. But it's okay because she remembered why she was singing in the first place, and that's why she still sings.
And Honoka was like, well, what'd you do?
And the lady's like, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out yourself.
And Honoka's like, that's not helpful.
So eventually Honoka meets back up with her friends. She's still carrying the lady's microphone stand. And get to the part where Umi berates Honoka because
Umi just like literally just like, if this was like not as intense, I would have just let it go. But she fucking lays into Honoka, like screams at her, like, what is your, I don't remember exactly what she says, but she's just like, what is your problem? What are you thinking? Why are you so irresponsible? And like, it was harsh enough that I'm like, oh, they're gonna do something. They're gonna do something with that. And then they didn't.
No. But now...
And the rest of the characters are just like, oh, hey, Honoka, what's up? And Honoka's like, yeah, I met this weird lady. Huh? She's gone. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Honoka.
And then we cut to their performance. It's time.
Yep, it is time.
Nothing in between from there.
Nothing in between. They somehow managed to set up a stage in the middle of Times Square.
Great place for a last-minute performance.
I just... How did that... Yeah. I have many questions, but we don't care about those questions because it's song time. how do you feel about this song?
This song in particular, I was just kind of like, it was okay. It was a little forgettable.
My favorite part about the songs is the guitar, like the
yeah, there's the guitar.
It reminds me of the music from Sonic Adventure.
And the outfits were cute. They were like Japanese inspired, and they had these glowy hand fans. It's pretty cute.
I like them. The glowy hand fans are something that I've seen a lot of cosplayers like try and do with varying levels of success.
Cute.
And I'm just like, one of these days, like someone's gonna do like actual light up fans and do like long exposure photography and just like fuck yeah, it'd look so cool.
So then that's it, and they fly back.
Yeah, we cut from the end of the concert to them on the plane to them at the airport at home.
Yep, there's a lot of weird, just
very abrupt cuts.
Yep. So they are back at home in the airport, and they're going through the airport, they're picking up their bags, and they notice that a lot of people are staring at them.
Specifically, a lot of groups of girls in school uniforms, which, why are there so many groups of girls in school uniforms at the airport right now? It's like, I guess, like, people follow celebrities around like that. Do people know they were in New York and were just, like, waiting for them to get off the plane? Because that's a little creepy.
That is a little creepy.
But I suppose I wouldn't put it past fans.
And apparently, the girls are freaking out at first until a fan comes up and is like, hey, are you Honoka? Can you give me your autograph? So they were all fans.
Mm-hmm. And so they like are signing autographs, and all the girls are like, what happened? How did this happen? Why are we suddenly famous? Which I thought they were already famous.
Yeah, I thought they were relatively well known, but at the same time, I guess they were saying that Love Live wasn't popular enough to fill up a stadium dome, so
But like also all the people who were asking for their autographs were like other school girls.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, like,
well,
they just became more popular with their target audience, I suppose?
Well, you can't, Love Live rules, you can't show any men interacting with the girls or fans will riot. And I guess...
I hate how true that is.
Yeah.
I hate how true that is. Sarah.
No. Yeah.
Sarah, do you Go.
Oh, I was gonna say, probably the same thing as you when Grand Blue had the Love Live event. And all the
that's not even... I was going to talk about something different, so you go first and then I'll say my thing.
Grand Blue had a Love Live event, and before it came out, all these Love Live fans were freaking out because they were afraid that the Love Live girls would talk to the main character in Grand Blue that you can set to male. And, like, it was a big controversy where they're like, these girls can't talk to Gran because he's a boy. And then the producers were just kind of like, you can set your character to a girl if you really want.
Yeah, it's oy vey.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I remember, this will be more relevant when we talk about the Sunshine movie. But in the Sunshine movie, like, one of the trailers revealed a character who looked relatively boyish. And, like, there's no boys in Love Live, and so everybody flipped their shit. And then it turned out to be, like, Yo's sister or something.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone lost their fucking minds. To the point where, like, I've even heard of some people who just, like, I assume it's Yo, I could be wrong. It's like, they just hate Yo now because she talked to a character who looked like a boy. Who wasn't even a boy. Who looked like a boy. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Love Live, why are your fans like this?
Sarah, we know the answer, we just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, anime. Was a mistake. So yeah.
So the girls are super popular. Only to other schoolgirls, no boys. No boys allowed. And they start realizing that the video they made in Times Square in New York is being played pretty much everywhere.
Like, literally, they had time to, like, make huge fucking posters, just, I guess, while they were gone. Like, you could assume that maybe some of these posters are from them being the Love Live champions, like, 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. But, like, there's just a lot suddenly, and, like, they're playing on every monitor in Akihabara, and they're just like, whoa, how did this happen?
How did it happen? So
I just find it odd that, like, they are the fucking Love Live champions, and people are like,
Yeah.
They go to New York, they perform one song and come back, and suddenly they're, oh my God, mega famous! Can I have your autograph?
Though, I mean, I guess if you think about it, this is their first PV, right? Because every other time they've performed, it's been like on stage.
I mean, I guess. I don't remember original Love Live, because I haven't watched it in so
I guess
long.
they had streamed from the Crab Shack, but I don't know if they've actually done an official, in-canon music video.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, this was also a concert, though.
That's true.
That was streamed.
That's true. Who knows?
It was, like, this isn't a PV, this was just a recording of another concert that's somehow just, like, that much more special.
Yep. But they did it. They're popular now. Mm-hmm. And because they're so popular, there is an insert song.
So this is the third year insert song. I actually like this song.
It's pretty cute.
Catchy.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's like the third years in like heart-shaped sunglasses, like trying to hide from the paparazzi that you don't actually see in the music video. They're just like kind of bopping around by themselves and being like, oh, we gotta run away from our crazy fans, and you don't see any of the crazy fans in the music video.
It's just like a cute little music video.
It is cute though. I like this song.
So after all this, the girls start talking and they're like, heck, we're famous now. There's a few problems with that. One of them is we're gonna have to make sure people respect us as idols. Something, don't act crazy. Never really comes up except for gags.
No.
And
but the arguably more thing is that like they as a group agreed that they would be disbanding their group after the third years graduate, which that train has sailed.
Yep.
Like we're well past that.
We spent
now.
like 3 episodes on that.
Yeah. Well, not even that's not what even I meant. Like they're graduated. They're done.
Yeah.
But like they still went to New York is like kind of like, okay, we can do this one last thing. And now there's like, okay, well now we're famous, so I guess we have to do this. What? I guess people still want us to perform, but we already talked about this, that we're not going to, we're done. Technically, we're past the expiration date.
Yep.
We're moved from the store shelf.
Yep.
We are no longer best served by.
So,
but they never publicly announced that, and so no one else knows that was the plan. And so everyone else is just assuming that Muse is just gonna live forever.
And now that they're famous, they're like, but if we say that now, will we be just making everyone sad?
Yeah, it's like we suddenly have these fans that we don't want to disappoint, but they had fans already. So I guess now that they were on the news once, they care.
Yeah. So they're like, hey, why don't we just have one more performance to help out with this Love Live Dome thing?
Yeah, because they still want to, like, well, because, like, the principal, like, pulls them aside, is like, hey, y'all gotta keep doing the school idol thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
All right, sure. They're still, but all of them are like, well, everyone wants us to keep going, but we said we wouldn't keep going. Honoka,
So
why don't you decide what we do?
I was screaming at the TV. I'm like, stop making Honoka decide everything just because she's the quote-unquote leader.
Poor Honoka has to do everything.
She makes all the decisions.
All the decisions. This poor girl must have so much pressure on her because her friends won't make decisions for themselves.
I'm amazed she hasn't snapped yet.
Right?
Like I want to see that Love Life movie where Honoka just finally breaks from the tension and like
Honoka Bot 3.0 destroy.
Has a lust for violence. Jokes we made a year ago are coming back full circle. See, this is why you listen to our old Love Live episodes and then this one.
Oh yeah, just you wait, it'll get more confusing if you haven't.
Yeah, because I'm sure like the crabs are gonna come up here in a few minutes.
But before the crabs show up, the sisters come in and they're like, "Hey, Honoka, now that you decided to quit, we're gonna be the new idols at our school. Can you give us advice? We look up to you. I hope you can keep dancing."
They don't even mention Sarah. They don't even mention quitting. They're talking as though their like new sister idol group is going to be operating at the same time as Muse.
That's true.
Because they don't know yet.
Oh right, they don't know. So yes, the sisters
because they find out later and they cry.
The sisters are like, "Hey, help us become idols too. You inspired me." And then Honoka's like, "Well, yuck."
Fizzity yuck, what do I do? And so she just like this is kind of like the dark night of the soul almost, but it's not that dark because it's fucking Love Live.
Yep.
It's like the slightly dim night of the soul. Yep. Like the lights are still turned on, but you know.
Yes. And then she gets a phone call.
Ring, 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 ring. It's Crab Phone.
Crab Phone! The crabs have called her.
The ringtone's just the crab rave.
Yep. So the crabs kidnap Honoka again.
Mm-hmm. If you're not familiar, the crabs are what we call A-Rise.
Who? I only know crabs.
I know. Listen, Sarah, I'm sorry. I'm translating for our audience who might not have listened to or remember our original Love Live episodes. I'm interpreting.
Yes. So A-Rise, aka Crab Idols.
Crab Idols.
Kidnap Honoka again, because the crabs like kidnapping Honoka because she's orange like them.
Yep, they just pick her up and scuttle to the left or right, not front or back because they can't walk in that direction. They're crabs.
Exactly. And they have a conversation in a limousine.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I guess y'all have a limousine. Where are you going? The answer is nowhere, because at the end of this conversation, they just let her out on a random street.
Poor Honoka.
She's just getting dumped into random places like this whole movie.
She has like the worst time this whole movie.
She's just like, okay, where the fuck am I now?
But the extent of this conversation that's important is that Honoka tells A-Rise that they have decided to disband. And then A-Rise is like, okay, if you need me later, here's our card. We graduated, but we are going to a professional idol industry, into the professional idol industry now.
Yep, so they're gonna keep on keeping on being idols. Like actual idols. They're dropping the school from the title. Oh shit.
So now Honoka has a new thing in her mind, like, I guess this is an option too.
Mm-hmm.
More conflict.
Real idols.
Yep. So she's just kind of walking around in the rain, trying to decide what to do after getting dropped off in a random place by the crabs.
Yep.
And then she hears a lady singing.
Just in a random alleyway.
Yep.
Because she's a fucking hallucination. Who can just be anywhere.
The lady is the same lady from New York. The one with the long hair, orange hair, and blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's singing outside of like a kombini. And then Honoka looks at her and she's like, "Oh, hey, it's you."
Mm-hmm. How are you here?
How are you here? There's like a comment at some point where she looks at the lady's microphone and she's like, "Oh, hey, I have the same mic at my house." And you're like,
yeah, because that's the thing is like Honoka like was carrying her mic stand when they were walking together. And I guess she just never gave the mic stand back because the lady disappeared. So instead of like turning it into Lost and Found or whatever, she just takes it home with her.
Yeah. But then the lady
How did she fit it in a suitcase? It's huge.
Because it's the mic of the mind.
The mind mic. The mind, if you will.
So lady brings Honoka back to Honoka's house because she knows where it is. Honoka's like, "Come in," and the lady's like, "Nope." And then Honoka's like, "But we gotta, fate brought us together." And the lady's like, "Well, it might be something more than that." And she's like, "Close your eyes and imagine." And then we're in Honoka's dreamscape.
Dun 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 dun.
And in their dreamscape, she's in like this flowery field, kind of like Howl's Moving Castle. There's a lake, and the lady's like, you can do it, you can fly, just run as hard as you can, and just have a good time and have fun, basically.
Yeah, this was really weird. Also, I looked it up because I was really curious if, like, the Love Live wiki, like, had her listed as anything, and I was so hoping it would say, like, sus Honoka or something. But no, she's just listed as female singer, and I'm like, God damn it.
Mystery. That's probably what she is in the credits.
You're not helping me feed my headcanons here, Love Live wiki.
But at some point in her mindscape, she runs through the lady and then flies over the lake, and I'm like, okay.
I must have missed the running through her part.
Through. So I'm like, she's Honoka from the future. They have orange hair. She knows all of Honoka's story. It's Honoka from the future.
I missed like that one bit, and I thought she was just the ghost of idols past or whatever.
She's Achan.
Oh no! Sarah, no, she can't be Achan. Achan has purple hair.
Achan
Get
does
it
have
together.
purple hair.
She's Sarah. She's Yuko.
There we go.
Yuko
That's the connection
Oshima
between Yuko.
also has
the
sword
ponytail.
ponytail.
Stop. You're right.
The truth is revealed at last. Illuminati.
We figured
She
it
became Center
out.
Nova, went back to the past to talk to Honoka Love Live in her dreams and tell her to jump over a puddle, because that's how you become a true idol.
It is absolutely how you do it.
So Honoka, like, wakes up in her house. It just, like, fades to white, and then she's in her bed. And I'm like, she's a ghost. She died. Game over.
Rip.
New Honoka, new life. Start from beginning of day one.
Start from zero. What?
Start from zero.
Oops, wrong one.
All of your items have been left behind.
Starting from zero, wrong Love Life.
Yeah, you have a new seed now. You have to. I've been playing Hades. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, actually, if you do like a quarter circle at the right angle, you can clip through the wall and fast track to Love Life. But
what boons are you gonna get, Honoka? Which Greek gods are you recruiting into your idol group this time?
Well, hey,
it's RNG based.
I was gonna say they're not Muse if they're. We'll see. Muse? What?
I didn't do that on purpose, but it makes sense.
Yep, that was a thing in the first season.
Oh, the timing. I didn't even do that on purpose. I was just making a topical reference to a video game that I've been enjoying greatly the past couple of days. Wow. I did that.
So now we enter a bit of plot that doesn't make any sense with time.
No. It's like, this has to have taken place over like 3 days.
I don't know.
Tops.
So she's like, I know what I'm gonna do now because I talked to my future self and jumped over a dream lake.
The dream lake that contains all insight.
Right. And she's like, my answer is that we're just gonna have fun and shine as bright as we can with the limited time we have.
Which is like, you done already.
Yeah, that was...
You done already.
You guys already talked about this at the end of season 2. Sure.
Why are we still here?
At some point, she goes around the city. She ends up on the roof of the school again, and everyone else is there.
Everyone is there because, like, I guess Muse can teleport too. Like, we already established in previous episodes that, like, the Love Live Sunshine girls can teleport. So I guess, like, since they are the OG Love Lives, the Muse girls can probably also teleport unless they get... Well, actually, no, that would make sense. That's why they were able to get back to the correct hotel so fast.
Yep.
Is they could just teleport to the rest of the girls.
Yep.
That's why it cut so fast. Oh, I see what you're doing, anime.
And they're like, yep, we know what we're gonna do. We are going to keep doing the plan we decided at the end of season 2. But
with more pizzazz and jazz hands.
But now that we have more fans, we have to let them know in person at a concert.
Yeah, and also we have to have a concert with all school idols.
Every school idol we can possibly do.
Which is, like, many.
So they talk to the crabs, and the crabs are like, "Yep, we'll do it as long as you get all the idols you can."
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, so they also like they want to do a song together.
Yes.
And they want it to be like public access idol song that belongs to all school idols.
yes.
I'm trying to remember what's that thing they say at the end of each Magnus Archives episode. Licensed under a Community Commons license idol song.
Yeah, Creative Commons.
Creative Commons, that's it.
So
Sunny Day Song is licensed under a Creative Commons license for use only by school idols. If you are not a school idol, you are not allowed to sing this song. Get the fuck out.
can't be replicated to or produced for monetary gain.
Unless you are a school idol.
Unless you're a school idol. So
you have to show your school idol license whenever you post it online.
So the Muse girls are like, yep, we have all these connections because we were in Love Live, so let's just email all the school idols and
see how many we can get involved in our harebrained scheme that's happening tomorrow.
And then apparently a bunch of them are like, I'm interested, but can we talk it out? And instead of being like, sure, let me call you, they're like, let's go meet everyone in person.
Sarah, you said it earlier.
Yes.
Animators had to go on a research trip.
They had to go on a research trip, so they go around
just
Japan.
Up to various places in, yeah, just around.
Just around.
I'm not sure if all of these places are in Tokyo, or if this is like, it felt like just Tokyo to me, but I could be wrong.
But you're right, research trip, it's a good point.
Well, I'm just repeating the point that you made earlier.
It's true. So they get a bunch of groups and they're all like, yep, let's all meet up and sing this one song. Especially happy to perform with you, Muse. Glad you're still together and still doing your thing.
Yeah. And this is pulled together over the course of like a day and a half, it feels like.
Yeah. And then all the idols groups kind of meet up and they start putting a stage together, which like is, I guess, in front of UTX, but they basically like shut down an entire street in Akihabara.
And like they decorate all of Akihabara. It's like, how do they have the budget for this?
It was the crabs. Crab money.
Crab got that sick crab money.
Sick crab money.
That's why they're so expensive when you go to a restaurant. You ever wonder why crab is so expensive?
It's the crab money.
It's crab money. It's the money that pays to decorate Akihabara. It's the crab money. These crabs are rich.
Fucking loaded crabs.
These crabs are fucking loaded. That's why their shells are so big. They're full of cold hard cash.
It's from their label. They got it from their record deal from becoming real idols.
Yeah, we become real idols and we're immediately rich now, so we can afford to do like this one thing, which is like just take over Akihabara for a whole day.
So then it's like right before the concert, and Honoka's like, "Hey everyone, thanks for coming out here and for singing this song with us. By the way, we're outie."
We're outie 5,000. Bye.
Bye.
And then just you like see some girls reacting, and then it just doesn't matter anymore.
No, because it's just like, but at least we're singing this song together.
Yeah, there was like one weird line where they were like, "We're not going to be singing a final song because this is a song for everyone." But then later they do come back and sing a final song. So like, what?
I don't know.
There's just so many weird moments in this movie.
So all the other girls are like, yeah, Honoka, I thought we weren't going to say it till after the performance, but glad we said it now, which is like, yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah, fair.
And then it's pretty much concert time.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's like, the concert is the next day. But then they show up to a literal army of girls all wearing like pastel green, blue, and purple versions of the outfits they had made for this concert.
Poor Kotori.
Yeah, it's like, so did they all just like share the pattern and like sweatshop these?
Kotori did all of it.
Kotori made all of it. She has like a time looper, and she just like makes all the costumes immediately. But yeah, so the second to last song of the film is Sunny Day Song, which is a song I have mixed feelings about. Love the song. The dance was hard to learn because the fucking feet always trip me up.
That's fair.
You don't see it much in the animation
No.
because Love Live is a follower of the Don't Show Feet. But during this dance, like during the verses, like you're constantly kind of having like to do this back and forth weird steppity hop with your feet. And it's easy when you're not doing anything else, but then you have to incorporate arm movements into it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
But the song is really cute. Like
the song is very cute.
Probably my favorite song from the movie. I would say is this one.
Yeah, in the movie. Yeah,
yeah, in the
absolutely.
movie.
I fucking love Sunny Day song. It's a great song.
Very cute. Despite the fact that the performance is a billion idol girls, you only hear Muse sing.
You only hear Muse sing, and all the other girls, like, I guess it makes sense if this happened over the course of like 3 days that they wouldn't know the song or the dance.
That's true.
But it just feels like a concert, but everyone else is also wearing like the same outfits.
Yep.
Because you're just like, you look at all the other idol girls and they're just jumping. They're not doing shit. They're not even jumping in rhythm.
The other thing about this concert is it's staged like it's supposed to be a concert, but also it's practically more like a PV because there's not really an audience.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, we're doing this concert. There's no one watching except for the other school idol girls.
Yep. But...
Now, okay, before we move on.
Uh-huh.
Outfits.
They're cute. I like the Sunny Day song outfits. They're alright.
My opinion on the Sunny Day song outfits is that some of them are cute. There's
fair.
like a couple different like variations in colors. I would argue that like I think Honoka and Nico had the cutest ones because they were like red and they had kind of like the little jackets. The yellow ones are so gross looking.
Yeah, no, I agree that it's definitely a mix between cute and then and then
Like Honoka's is cute. I think Nico's also stuck out as being kind of cute, just like the way it was designed. The rest of them are a hot fucking mess. Just like all the colors, and they're mainly like yellow and orange.
Kotori
and I'm like,
Kotori had to sew so many of them. She didn't have a lot of time for the details.
It was a stash buster costume. She was like, I just got all this fucking fabric. I don't know what to do with it. And Honoka just told me to make costumes in like 2 days.
For 2,000 idols.
Kotori is this cosplayer, and this was her stash buster project. Amazing. That's official canon in my mind now. I love that.
So they do that. Then we get a time skip for pretty much no reason than to narrate the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's the sisters, and they're like, join our idol group. Here, let me tell you the story about Muse. And then goes back.
Okay, but like the timing is so confusing.
Yep.
Because it's implied that by this point, the sisters are in their second year.
Yep.
But we don't get context for that.
Nope.
Really? Okay, because like here's how the scene flows. So we knew that the next Love Live at Akiba Dome was going to be happening. We knew this was going to happen, arguably probably like summer of the year that it was like, so we watched the movie. The summer after the movie is when, like, the main events of the movie. The summer after was going to be the Akiba Dome Love Live. And then I guess at some point they agreed that they would be, like, guests at it. And then that would be their final concert, which means that they were just stuck in this weird limbo for, like, the first several months of that year. But then we cut to, like, the girls giving this speech and being like, hey, we have to get new girls to join our new school idol club. But they're talking about the Muse final concert as if it already happened.
Yep.
And I'm like, hold up.
When was this?
Wait a second. 1 second. Un segundo.
The other thing that's kind of wild, I mean, I guess you could talk about this a little in the wrap-up too, but like, there's been several seasons about how much Honoka just has fun being an idol, and these other girls love being an idol, and then it's like, they're not graduated yet.
Yeah.
But now, like, I mean, by that point,
talk about them
but they're like,
they died and they're gone.
But like, by the time the sisters are second years, like the first years from Muse are still at school with them.
Yeah.
So,
but they're talking about them like they just all died.
But it's like, yeah, like, you know, I'm just talking about your senpai Rin. Like, okay.
Yeah, she was here. You probably seen her in the hallway a couple
Right?
times. She's around.
But anyways, this does go back to a production of their actual final concert.
The final concert.
It at the Dome, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, like, you see them backstage, but you never see the Dome because, like, this set that they're on, like, it's cute. I will give it that. This is not in a Kiba Dome. No, this is in a liminal space.
This is like a PV.
With balloons.
And so they are singing their final song. It's cute. It's like about wanting to go back in time, but living for the day.
Yeah.
Pretty much just saying the point of the, and then it's credits.
And then we cut to the credits.
And the credits are over like pictures of the girls like practice clothes, like they've been raptured.
Yeah.
Because they're like laid out like they're posing, but they're just empty. And I'm like, oh no, they became Center Nova.
Like, okay, you said raptured, and I was blasted back to 2012, Sarah, when that was a fucking prank that people did. For those who are maybe young.
There was a rapture in 2012.
Weren't cognizant of what was happening in the early 2010s. So there was a doomsday prediction that said that the world was going to end in December of 2012. And so people started doing this prank called rapturing, which is where you would just leave just your clothes like laying out, spreading out, like your body had just dissolved and you left all your clothes behind. And they would just like leave that like on the ground and it would look like someone got teleported out of the... And that's exactly what it looked like. Like, I was gonna make that joke, but I didn't make the rapturing connection, and that makes it so much funnier.
No, they got raptured.
Because this movie came out, like, not too long after that.
That's why the sisters were talking about them like they've been dead.
Oh, no! That's how the movie actually ends!
And that's how it is connected to AKB, because they did ascend to go to the idol plane.
They did become Center Nova, all of them, but they're just calling it something different. Getting raptured equals becoming Center Nova. Holy shit, Sarah! I feel like you need to take a walk around my apartment now.
We figured out Love Live.
We've uncovered all idol anime. I feel like we need to like recategorize this podcast into like conspiracy theory, if that is like a topic. Like anime, conspiracy theory are the two topics of this podcast. Oh, no. Because we are bringing you the truth that no one else wants to talk about. That all the other anime reviewers are too chicken shit to say.
See, because the other thing too about their last live, and this is specifically because my wife is huge into Nier, but there is a final fight in Nier where there's just like this giant lady and this like flower petal, and you're like, you have to like rhythm game it out, and it's like a goddess, and it's just Love Live.
I can't believe that Love Live is all media, actually.
Yeah.
Or is it all media is Love Live? Wait! Sarah!
Uh-huh.
Have you... Okay, you know how there's a joke... Like, there's a thing, you may have seen, like, an article about it. It's like, things keep evolving into crabs, and we don't know why.
Yeah!
Crabs is code for Love Live!
It's funny because there's crabs in Love Live.
And it's funny funny because there's crabs in Love Live, Sarah. Boy, howdy. I'm glad I got that new microphone that like auto prevents me from clipping my mic because
God.
I have not dropped below a dull roar this entire podcast. I am just shrieking about crabs. The circle of Love Live there is only one step and it is Crab Love Live.
It's only one step and it's crab.
And it is Love Live.
iDOL Illuminati confirmed.
Confirmed.
Oh my god.
All this is telling me is that I just need to finish that Love Live crab merch I've been working on. Well, it's not Love Live, it's us, but I need to finish our crab merch.
Oh my god.
Is what this is telling me.
Live,
Our slow descent into crabness.
Live, Love Live School iDOL Illuminati project.
School idol Illuminati crabs. And then the sequel, School Love Live Sun Crabs.
Love Live Sun Crab. So this has been iDOL Day. Wait, we gotta actually do other wrap.
We gotta actually end the show, Sarah. Do we want to talk about the actual movie?
No, I think we got it.
Do you think we got it in one?
I think we got it.
We're good. We don't need to talk about it anymore.
I think we've gotten more things than we'll ever get.
I think we never need to talk about Love Life again.
I think we can put it in the ground again.
I think this is the last episode of our podcast. I mean, what more is there to uncover? We're done. We're through. We figured out idols, Sarah.
There's one step and it's Love Live.
There is only one step, and it is Love Live.
And it is
It is the annoying side steps from Sunny Day song, which is a Love Live production.
There's side steps because crabs can't walk front and back.
Because crabs can't walk forwards or backwards. They have to walk sideways.
I can't do a wrap-up star after this.
No, crab up.
Love Live movie. Everything is crabs.
Everything is crabs.
So, Star, people want to find us on the internet after that.
Will they? Sarah, I think we're the Center Nova now. I don't think they'll be able to find us anymore.
It's okay. I'm not really Sarah. I'm Sarah about 1.0.
Well, Sarah, no. It's time for the second generation. We need two friends to take over the podcast for us while they try to uncover what happened to us. And it turns out we were just in the iDOL Illuminati dimension the whole time.
I love that.
So next time, look forward to our new hosts. Because Sarah and I will be becoming Center Nova and ascending to the crab dimension. So anyway, if you do want to find us, which you won't, but if you want to find us on the internet, you can find whatever traces we leave behind on this weird, wild place called the internet at idoldays.card.co. That's idoldays.carrd.co or idolluminati.net. And Sarah, if people want to go on our social media and see all the posts that I have scheduled in advance, so they shouldn't be concerned when the social media posts keep going even after you and I descend to the crab dimension, where can they go?
They can find us at iDOL Days Pod on Twitter and Instagram. That's at IDOLDAYSPOD. Goodbye.
No, Sarah, wait, we can't. We have to talk about the Discord. That's where the Red String Brigade is going to be. Where people have to find us. You have to work together with our new successors, who we will be announcing in the next episode. The iDOL Days second generation.
New generation. You can participate in our ARG on our Discord, which is linked on our website and on our social media.
So join our Discord to try and find out where we've gone and where the iDOL dimension is. Spoiler alert, it's under the sea where the crabs live. Or also in space.
Or Akihabara?
Space? Anyway, this has been iDOL Days. We'll see you maybe someday, but not next time.
We've been Lady.
Bye. See you eventually. Bye. Bye.
Listen.